What's up, friends? Sarah Joy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that is pretty fun out there. It is called the coastal grandmother trend. If you have not heard of this yet, welcome. It is a lifestyle, if you will. It is the coastal grandmother aesthetic. It is both fashion and like an interior aesthetic. And so we're going to be diving into it today. If this is something that you have decided you absolutely love and you want to see it in your home, then I want to show you some things that you could either thrift or look out for whenever you are shopping to bring into your home a little bit of that charm that we love so much about the coastal grandmother aesthetic. So let's get into it. First of all, I want to say, if you're new here, hello, I'm Sarah Joy and I vlog every single Tuesday about interior design. So it's either taking you behind the scenes on projects that I'm doing around my house or giving you some tips and tricks for what you can do to add a little bit more joy into your home as well. So if that sounds good to you, make sure that you hit subscribe so that you don't miss a video every single Tuesday. And while you're at it, go grab a nice coffee and let's do this thing together. Okay, so it's no secret that I am a thrifter, and most of the stuff, with the exception of literally one thing that I'm going to show you today, has all been thrifted. So I'm just going to give you some inspiration of things that I would find if I was trying to thrift or shop this aesthetic. So let's get into it, if we will. So first of all, the coastal grandmother aesthetic is a very beautiful blend of like whites and linens and creams and blues and flowers and china vases, just all this sophisticated elegance just mixed with like a lightness and a brightness, and it's beautiful for sure. It feels like you are going on vacation to Nantucket. So I pulled some things from around my home that remind me of this aesthetic, and I'm going to show you today. Okay, so the very first one, I actually see these all the time, and so you might easily pass them up in a store because you don't see the significance behind them, but I always grab them when I see them, and that is little wooden boxes that have some ornate detail on them. So for example, here is one. And it's so cute, but let me tell you, it was solid brown when I got it. It was like solid glossy brown. So what I did was I came home and I sanded it, and then I started painting it with just like an acrylic paint, like the ones that you get for $1 from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever. And then as I was painting it, I would just come along and rub it off. So it made this like really pretty weathered look, which I think looks like something that you'd find at a beautiful beach house. And so if you want to have these around your home holding little trinkets, maybe you'll have it like on a little end table. I think that would be beautiful. So check out these little boxes. I also feel like you will see them all the time in places like Home Goods, or some of those kind of places. I know it's called Home Sense or TJ Maxx. A lot of those ornately wooden pieces come from India, and you might be able to find them and kind of do that same weathered look on them, if you will. But that could be pretty cool. All right, the next thing. You guys know I love some old books, so some vintage books. I got both of these from a local thrift store. These are very rugged. I'm not saying that everything you get today has to be rugged and vintage, but just look at these. I think they were both, they're both like old high school books. So this is Psychology of High School Studies. But it's just like the prettiest color of green. And then the other one, also a high school literature book. But just look at that. See the texture? Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. So literature in senior high school from this person. 1933. There we go. So just imagine these on a beautiful coffee table next to a teacup. Maybe with like a little box stacked on top. Look at the charm. Look for some old vintage books. They will be beautiful. You will not regret it. I just grabbed this one. It's not that unique. I wish I had a more unique one, but I didn't want to rip them off the wall because sometimes I attach them with command strips, and that's not something I was willing to do personally today for my YouTube video. I'm so sorry. But so here's this one, and I'm going to cover it up because it's our Wi-Fi password for the guest bedroom. Here is a little frame, and it's got just the slightest detail on it, and it's got like a little circle, and I think that's so cute. Sometimes you'll find like older little oval frames, and I think those are adorable. But a little something there, you could print out some vintage looking artwork and easily slip it in there. Or in my case, if you just need to write something like the Wi-Fi password, you could just do it in a little calligraphy and put it inside that, maybe a little quote or something like that. All right, the next thing, are you ready for it? Now we're getting to the classy stuff. Is I always thrift candlesticks, beautiful candlesticks. And I love any of them that are brass. You can tell these have been a little more weathered. This used to be in my Instagram bathtub back at our apartment. We had a guest bathroom and we just put all of the vases, all the flowers, all the things in that bathtub. And it was kind of like, if you want to go like watch a movie in the bathtub, you use that one, but you don't use it to actually bathe. You know what I mean? So I love a good candlestick, but just imagine this beauty in your home. I just love it. Another thing that I always pick up besides candlesticks is baskets. I just grabbed one, but I have a ton around here. You can find beautiful, beautiful baskets that you can use to display whatever you need. You can stock your bathroom cabinets, for example, with all different kinds of baskets. So when you open it up, you just see your towels like nicely folded and everything else, like maybe all your soaps stacked in one. It's so nice to have baskets for everything. And if you are going to a thrift store, chances are you're gonna get them so cheap. I think for this one of my hacks, yep, this is correct. This one was like an Easter basket with a little piece on top. So I cut it off. You can see right there and maybe right there. Can you tell? That's where I snipped it off. Most of the times, yeah, this one still has like the little piece, but if I snip that off, you wouldn't even be able to tell where the hoop was. So if you see a basket that you like, but you don't like the handle on it, or you wouldn't use the handle, you can cut them off and you won't even be able to tell. I actually think I can show you right now. So you can tell right now where this was cut off, but I think I can pry this out. And if not, I will be failing. Okay, so that's the last piece. I just pulled that out. And then this is just woven. So I can take it apart right now and show you. Voila. There you go. So now it is a perfect little basket and you wouldn't even know that it used to be what it was. So there you go. Buy some baskets. The next thing, believe it or not, I did thrift these. You don't find these very often, I would say. Most of the time you find stuff that really just looks totally artificial, but you could buy some beautiful rosebuds. And they're just so pretty, but I feel like this just gives it that aesthetic. I love like a white garden rose. Oh my gosh, they're just so pretty, right? But yeah, I did find these at an estate sale. So there you go. But just imagine this, and I would put it, honestly, I have this on my kitchen table if you haven't seen this already, but put them inside of a pitcher, like a glass or a ceramic pitcher that you would use to pour iced tea. I do this all the time because I have a toxic trait of breaking my tea glasses, because when I'm making iced tea, I get a little too antsy and I start pouring boiling water in it and I crack them. So that's fun. So I have damaged quite a few of my pitchers, but I use them as flower vases, so it all evens out. Okay, next up, just an example of some coffee cups or teacups that you can find. Here are two. These are both on the bigger side, which I love for tea, but look at this one, for example. This has just a little bit of detail on it, just a little bit of weathering. It's just so cute and classy. Imagine these just displayed on some open shelving or just out as you're having your morning cup of coffee or your afternoon tea. Beautiful. And also this one, this is the one thing of the collection that I did not thrift, but I think I got it for free from Anthropologie. It was like free pear cup with purchase. I don't know, but I do have that one from it. And I just think it's so cute. So it definitely reminds me of just some classy aesthetic. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna recommend is this colored glass. Is this sea glass? I'm not quite sure, but I guarantee that you can pretty much find it anywhere. I have two of these actually, and I've thrifted them at two different occasions. I use them in the bathroom, as you can tell, with like a little shovel to keep Epsom salts ready for the bath, which is so fun. But you can use it for whatever you like. I think my mom has some of these. She keeps birdseed inside of them because she likes to feed the little birdies in the backyard. But you can do whatever you like. You could put a flower arrangement in them. You can put something that's handy to you in them. Maybe if you get like a little cork top, you could fill them with baking goods and have them displayed on the shelf if they're food safe. I mean, a lot of pretty uses for them, but I do feel like this, you know, it's a very coastal kind of thing. The last thing that I'm gonna recommend that you go find, although I do not have a picture of it because this is not my whole aesthetic, okay? But it's white throw pillows. I would do a ton of white, beautiful throw pillows. The fluffier, the better. I actually do have some of those, but I just didn't grab them for you. And the second thing is white or cream or beige cable knit throw blankets or afghans. Just that cable knit is definitely something that is a staple with the coastal grandmother aesthetic. And so those thickly knit items would just be really great to see in this as well. Sorry, I said that was the last thing, but I thought of one more thing, and that is a beautiful linen curtain. Again, I haven't really found these thrifting, but I did find a great dupe for them when I was shopping for our kitchen curtains, and that is just a couple YouTube videos back when I was doing that kitchen curtain project. But I found these on Amazon. They're very, very affordable, and they look like linen. They would be beautiful if you're going for this aesthetic. They're really pretty on top. Anyway, I just love the whole thing, so make sure to check them out. I'll put a link to them in the description. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed that video today. If you're into the coastal grandmother aesthetic, hopefully I gave you some ideas for some things that you can go out, find at your local thrift store, or maybe find when you're out on the go, running around Home Goods or places like that, to find a good bargain. And you can bring some of that beautiful, elegant coziness into your home as well. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel because I come out with new videos every single Tuesday, so you don't want to miss the next one. And until then, friends, I will see you next Tuesday, and you have a great week. Bye. What a wonderful